better too. On the early bird side, you know how that go. Huh? Early birds get the worm. We woke up the rooster. It's about 7, 8 in the morning. You feel me? Late night, early morning. You feel me? Shout out to everybody that's going to check in on the live. I don't know who all up. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all probably got accustomed to me going live on Saturdays, late morning, early afternoon. You feel me? Sometimes even in the evening on rare occasions. But like I said, late night, early morning, I got to get to it, get through it, get at it, and get past it. You dig? So, yeah, that's what we doing. You feel me? I mean, I'm up checking in on the early side, like I said. So, yeah, just bear with me, you know what I'm saying? Happy Mother's Day weekend. You feel me? To all the mothers out there. Really, though. Happy birthday weekend to the most honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. You know how that go. Happy Savior's Day. If you know, you know. You know, his birthday tomorrow on Mother's Day. But yeah, we just getting started early. Y'all know what it is. Hey, yeah, I appreciate y'all, like I said, on the check-in on the early side. Y'all know what I do. You know what I mean? I'm just letting it marinate slow. I'm about to go ahead and open with prayer. You feel me? Just trying to get some things lined up. You know how that go. So yeah, we gonna open with Al-Fatiha. Kul a'udhu billahi min shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin rahmanir rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladina an'amta alayhim. Ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Ameen. Mashallah, subhanallah, Allahu Akbar. Before we get started, let me grab my notes because I did take some. You feel me? I'm going to try to keep it brief, but y'all know how it go. Mr. Long-Winded is in the building. Glad you was able to make attendance. You feel me? I want to go ahead and take a moment of silence, though, in all seriousness, for Tyree Nichols. If you know, you know. Brother lost his life tragically to 3 rogue police officers, you know what I'm saying, who happen to all 3 be black men. Disgusting indeed. So I want to go ahead and take a moment of silence for that brother. And also, peace on the check-in. Shout out to everybody, you know what I'm saying, pulling through on the twos and fews. Appreciate the love. Also to the twins that was found at Mount Georgia. They said that they, you know, took their own life, you know what I'm saying, to say it mildly, but the family don't believe that, you know what I mean? And it's sketchy evidence from the outside looking in. So Allah knows best. Allah is the best of knower and the best of planners. Either way, you know what I mean? Our life is sacred and we losing our lives every day. So I want to take a moment of silence for those 2 twin brothers, the 19-year-olds that were found by Mount Georgia, and also the brother Tyree Nichols. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So yeah, man, like I said, we just gonna go ahead. I had to pay homage one time, you know, the officers that are dumb in this casket. 3 of y'all share a casket. You feel me? Casket sandwich. You know that go. You bar. It's very like we have some. Okay, it looked like we back. I don't know what happened, you know what I'm saying? Look like they trying to knock people out the chat. Hopefully y'all double back, you feel me? Peace. Everybody on the check-in. I'm glad y'all can see me. They knocked some people out the building. Hopefully they double back. But y'all know what I do, you know what I'm saying? I gotta play some music. You already know what's going on. Don't act brand new. And if you're new, get familiar. You feel me? What we gonna do right now is I'm gonna play some music. Some of y'all might be familiar with this, but if not, you already know the time and the count. You feel me? This called HNIC. Rest in peace to Prodigy. Shout out to Mobb Deep, Havoc. You know what they do. Like, let's go. Huh? Top of the new day world. Big Mutali. Ride with me. A soldier only dies one time. A coward dies 999 times. HNIC, keep it 1,000. ETI, keep it 1,000. A soldier only dies one time. A coward dies 999 times. HNIC, keep it 1,000. ETI, keep it 1,000. No commercial, spitting with no rehearsal. Black Dollar LLC, no universal. I am not Drake, nigga. Shout out to Mexico in the building. You feel me? Shout out to the West Side in the building. Man. I hear you, I see you. Now they from me you niggas off of that head, right? What you know about taking these risks and touching metal? Things for me first, cause my product is on the pedestal. Yeah, you know I keep that medical, I'm on my doctor shit. I be spitting science, every song is a hypothesis. Plastic on every track, I be spitting artifacts. Say they only party like that niggas look. This is not cat in a hat. It's all Lisa D. World more simplistic and no killing traffic. Literally, I'm slaughtering anybody who touch me. I'm the quarterback. I dare niggas try to rush me. Right? Niggas won't give me the pay. They rather jump me. Bitches used to call me baby face when they get ugly. Can I keep a bad bitch and kick it like Johnny? When these bitches always tell me I don't show these on what I got, but they be trying to see. I don't pay these niggas no mind, but they be trying to be on my sleeve. It ain't no robbing. You know the protocol, nigga. A rap thing. You can't put that needle in my son. Fuck the vaccine. War. If you don't die, you don't get scarred. ETI. In charge, a soldier only dies one time. A coward dies 999 times. HNIC, keep it 1,000. ETI, keep it 1,000. Soldier only dies one time. Coward dies 999 times. One time for everybody in the chat, man. They kicked us out twice. You feel me? Look like we done lost signal or something. You know how that go. They don't want to let us be great, but we gonna be great for goodness sake. You feel me? Don't worry about nothing. Small things to large kings and all of that. I'm gonna play one more. Well, I'm gonna play two more actually before I go ahead and, you know what I mean, kick the ballistics and all of that. You feel me? That was that HNIC. Yeah, I mean, Prodigy classic. This one's called No Ideas Original. This that now.
Low on perfecto. That's really dope.
ET mix.
Like it or love. Salute me, shoot me, feel me, or kill me, salute me. Cleveland's original young general. When it comes to battles, the shots is not subliminal. 50 bars on this beat and it's critical. Feeling like Nas, no ideas original. Cleveland's original young general. Kill you with the lyrical and drill you in the physical. 50 bars on this beat and it's critical. Feeling like Nas, no ideas original. You know I get in rare form on this classic track. Areas of class act demonstrating the art. Shots and shots, no hot shots, full lock, rocks, kick in the door. Only time we do the pop block before you turn my TV on, nigga. I rock it snap box, rock your snap box on some hot side Campbell shit. Me, I'm on that Rambo shit, y'all on the Rambo shit. Talking like you got the golden egg, bitch. I scramble shit. This is being handled off business and you don't handle shit. War, you say I don't think they can handle.
We in the building. I'm moonwalking on these beats. I don't know who Tito is. You feel me? To the eyes of the champion. I'm blowing up like cyber trucks. No, I didn't woke up my
Nigga, I don't go back and forth on Twitter, I grind, cuz no one out on X. Go fuck yourself. Elon Musk, too hood for Facebook, too street for IG. Niggas moving slow motion, I be moving Godspeed. Used to spit my horse without cussing like Bill Cosby. Pills by the chart, bitches call me Bill Cosby. Oh my yeah, Ali, that's what they scream in the streets. Track on repeat. It's a slaughterhouse on any beat. In this industry, making enemies since I was a teen. Rappers be looking like food. I make linguine. I don't do it for the streams. I'm not in the mainstream. E.T. Ali, MVP of the Negro League. Black Dollar is the regime, the new supreme team. God, I'm shedding 33 tears, cause that coming threes. Any rapper thinking they top tier. Scorchia, set them on fire like the mansions in California. I pray for LA, but Hollywood gotta die. For all the propaganda, all the slanders and the lies. Rich people losing their property. We don't sympathize. We don't sympathize. Neighborhood said it's a marathon. This the fall of Babylon, aka America. Sodom and Gomorrah really pales in comparison to the fuckery and debauchery that we witnessing. Free Palestine, justice for the Palestinians. Whole world looking like Heroes versus the Navy. Right. Cowboys versus the Indians at that fish. Right. Type of shit they taught us in the public food system, huh? Now they trying to take slavery out the curriculum. Let the rhythm hit them, bitch. I'm rocking in 88. I was born in 88. The law was not a minute late. And he made me break. Revolutionary rock star. Mix a lot with my son saying Allahu Akbar. E.T. Ali, revolutionary rock star. Leading my son, it's Allahu Akbar. Cleveland's original, young general. When it come to battles and shots, it's not subliminal. Now 50 bars on his feet, and critical. Feeling like Nas, no ideas original. Salam alaikum and Nasir Jones. Let's go, Esco. You already know the vibes in the count. New ET mix. Blow your mind. I just released it this week. Take your head off Tuesday shit. We gonna double back in 2 weeks, but we gotta let this bubble. You feel me? Real rap, make them feel like reporting live from that old hydro. Third eye state of mind, if you know that you know. Independent 20 years, wouldn't let a label sign me. 80s baby, but I grew up in the grimy 90s. Granny raised me on Milbers and shout out to Kinsman. Up the way, USA, they turned me to a henchman. Crooked cops claiming that we fit in the description. Long live Tamir Rice and murdering our children. So we put that bread on Timothy Loman head, ran him out the city quick. You heard exactly what I said. I'd have been to hell and back, and the nigga ain't even dead. I'd have been to state prison. Crackers want me in the pen. Guilty of conspiracy and other charges they allege. So they reaping what they sow, and they sleeping in their bed that they made. Cradle to the grave. I'm a renegade. E.T. body, anybody standing in my way. Righteous. Eve, what up? Black Dollar Entertainment. No doubt what they do like. Don't fight that good shit. Nah. Real life. Most righteous. Black Dollar. Don't that good shit. Let it breathe, E. Feedland, yeah, that's where I come from. Drum on that Tommy gun louder than a bass drum. Man, I wish a nigga would, yeah, nigga say something. Take it up till I walk up, then they don't say nothing. But I really come in peace, and I'm trying to be discreet. From the belly of the beast, and the beast be having peace. Black bodies in the streets getting covered by white sheets. Black life does matter, I'm practicing what they preach. But I never been a preacher, got these rappers in the sleepers, hitting ether through the speakers. Extraterrestrial creature blowing reaper with a mamacita. She love margaritas, but if she was acting like the diva, no, I had to leave her. Swear to God, I don't need her. You swear to God, she a keeper. Niggas be acting shallow, but still waters run deeper. And anything they try to do, I already mastered that. First verse a lecture, second verse a master class. Righteous. Black Dollar Entertainment. Don't like that good shit. Nah. Real life. Hey, most righteous. Bring it up. Black Dollar. Don't like that good shit. We ain't done. Let it breathe, E. say less, best sentiment west. Niggas really just chatting, they not posing the threat. Nigga, please no demands, I'm commanding respect. Them niggas ran out of breath while I ran up a check. I got a plotting on my head, I'm just living my life. If you don't know the cost of fame, it's a definitive price. So if you chasing after fame, then your soul is for sale. I'm going to the mother plane after I send you to hell. I'm so loud the dead hear me and they feel me as well. I give sight to the blind, make them feel me in breath. I'm not going back to jail, cold as hell in that cell. This for my guys doing 25, holding the air. They can't wait to walk out the gate and be let free. I'm walking on the concrete, underneath red seas. It still gets greater later, especially for street scholars. Every song in the same way, black guy. Bitch.
Yeah, man, shit like that. Y'all know the vibes, y'all know the count. So yeah, like I said, man, I'm gonna try to be brief today, but I did write some notes, some things I definitely want to touch on. You dig? Today's mathematics is gonna come up again. Accountability is greater than emotions. You remember in school, greater than, less than, equal to? Yeah. You. Accountability is greater than emotions. Mine, yours, ours. Taking accountability is the order of the day, and it should be that way every single day. If you know, you know. You feel me? That's side A, or heads on the flip side of the coin. On tails, on the B side, be very clear. Duty is greater than love. Let me say that again. You feel me? Y'all know my motto for the slow people in the bike with their ego in the front. Duty is greater than love. See, love can be subjective. People be talking about love languages, this and that. Ain't no duty language. You either did your duty or you didn't. That's man, woman, and children. You understand me? That's the vibes really though. So that's going to come up. That's going to be ever repetitive throughout this dissertation that I plan on doing today. We lost signal a couple times. Y'all might have saw that. I appreciate everybody that's still rocking with me. You know what I mean? But we gonna get to it and get through it. Cause y'all know how they do it. You know what I mean? They trying to knock us off our pivot, but forget it. You know how they mess with the numbers and all that. Yeah, but like I said, today's mathematics. Make sure you putting your accountability over your emotions. Speaking to myself first and foremost, you feel me? Leading by example. And your duty is greater than your love. You know what I mean? You might love something today, not love it tomorrow, but when you duty bound, you duty bound. You know what I'm saying? In order to be duty bound, we got to be found with the B attitude. So let us be actively about the business of staying on our pivot. You know what I mean? Staying on our post. No matter where you go, stay on your post. In the Nation of Islam, we taught, we walk our posts in a perfect manner, always keeping on the alert. Allow anybody or anything to cause or create a nuisance on, near, or around our post. That's really though. And your post start with your physical being, your vessel, your temple that Allah blessed us with. Then your home front, then your family, then your community, etc., etc., etc. Everywhere we go, we on post. So let us not neglect and shirk our duties, no matter how big or how small or who's watching or who's not watching, because you may think it's insignificant. You know what I mean? But Allah is going to be the ultimate judge between our affairs. So let us do the best that we know we're supposed to do with handling our endeavors. That's going to come up throughout the course of this lecture. Like I said, long live Tyree Nichols. You feel me? Them officers that did that, man, you feel me? Street justice, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? If them people don't do what they supposed to do, y'all know what it is. You know what I mean? My prayers go out to Rodney Hinton Jr. in Cincinnati, Ohio. Y'all know I'm from Cleveland. If you know, you know. You know what I mean? That brother, 38 years old, couple years older than me. His son's life was snuffed out by some police, some race soldiers. You know what I mean? Sketchy at best. We don't know all the details, but we know it was excessive force. And we know the witnesses are saying that the young man didn't even have a gun. I believe his name was Ryan Hinton. His father's name is Rodney Hinton Jr. And then the father taking matters into his own hands. If you know, you know. As a father, I can relate to his sentiment. He took matters into his own hands and he crashed out literally and physically in his vehicle. you know what I mean, on an officer that I guess was doing traffic duty for prom weekend or whatnot. So I can't condone that, but your books say an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, a life for a life, does it not? You feel me? And this Mother's Day weekend, so I'm not gonna damper the mood, but you already know what it do. I gotta speak the truth like only I know how to. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, in another part of America, you got this white lady by the name of Shiloh Hendricks. She's holding her baby in her arm, calling little black boys nigger. You feel me? She holding her white baby, calling this little brown boy a nigger, a 5-year-old autistic boy. And then when, you know, confronted on camera by, overseeing witness, he said, repeat it. She refused to repeat it. He said, that's what we doing. We out here calling children the N-word. She said he was acting like one. Get your... Hold on. Let me get some water. You feel me? Let me get the energy. Get your dumb ass in this casket. You feel me? Closed casket. You feel me? Because while you holding your little baby who don't know nothing about no racism, no racial slurs, no none of that. No bigotry, no prejudice, no none of that. You're teaching her, this little baby, to hate black life. But then, if your baby is confronted by black people who know who they are and know whose they are, and they don't want to be talked to like somebody's slave, like somebody's nigga, then what? Then we gonna have, Becky outrage and cries. What we doing, man? Huh? Exactly. Like my people said in the chat, some folks just wasn't raised right. That's really though. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad we can stand on solidarity, because right is right and wrong is wrong, no matter where it's at. You see what I'm saying? And it don't matter where you at in these 50 nifty United States or United Snakes, as they originally called it, the founding fathers, not me. The founding fathers originally called this the United Snakes of America. No matter where you at, America is America, people. Black experience is the black experience, no matter where you at, and that's an indubitable fact. It is emphatically true. You feel me? So yeah, stay on the alert, man. Don't have your children out here just wandering, you know what I'm saying? They might stumble into the wrong people, because my thing is, where was the boy's father at? Because that lady wouldn't have called my son no nigger. Where was it? Where was the little boy's mama at? Because some of these sisters, they be quick to have confrontation with their black male counterpart, but then they want to get Becky a pass. I don't respect that, you know what I'm saying? So let us stand in solidarity. Let us not cherry. Wrong is wrong no matter where you at, and that's the actual fact. You feel me? It's crazy because, side note, while I'm speaking about those that have departed, long live Angie Stone. If you know, you know. I just saw her, I think it was her last interview she did with the brother Cam Newton. Shout out to Cam Newton. He also just had the brother Nuri Muhammad up there, and 19 Keys. So I definitely respect his platform and the content that he's trying to put forward before his audience. Shout out to Cam. And it was just crazy because I would have loved in the interview for her to divulge and disclose some of the details of her, her battle with Universal, with UMG. Because I'm convinced that played into her demise in one way or another, on one level or another. You know what I'm saying? We still mourning young Scooter. You know what I'm saying? That man was swatted on his birthday. He in there turning up with the birthday festivities. Some disgruntled neighbor called the police. He lose his life on his birthday. Nobody can footage release, no none of that. So keep your head on the swivel. Like I said, happy birthday to the minister, birthday weekend, happy Mother's Day to everybody that's a mother that's watching or that will see this later, whether you see it today or tomorrow on Mother's Day, you know what I'm saying? But we gotta be wide awake and aware, because every day is really a day to honor your mother and your father. And speaking of Mother's Day, Sister, on Father's Day, don't let me see y'all high-fiving each other talking about Happy Father's Day. Don't let me catch you. I'm talking to you, sister. When Father's Day comes, Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Let me three-peat. Happy Mother's Day weekend. You know what I'm saying? Why? Smooches and all that. You feel me? But when Father's Day come around, do not let me catch you talking about Happy Father's Day and high-fiving each other, because I'm going to snatch your bonnet off. You feel me? I'm going to pull your wig off your scalp. Don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the mothers. We love y'all. We celebrating y'all. Next month, when June come around, give it up to the fathers that's on daddy duty every day, like yours truly. But shout out to you and Happy Mother's Day, and that's from the heart. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and as far as the Shiloh Hendrix thing, let me make this clear. Public service announcement. If you know, you know. If you don't, get familiar. To the white people that might be watching this, listening to this, or whatever, if you know me personally, you already know. White folks, I'm not your nigga. I'm not your nigger. I'm not your Negro, your Negroid, your negus, your niggas. None of that. We ain't none of that, my ninja. That's really though. You feel me? And not just me, but I'm raising my son the exact same way. Because we live in a world where double standards is the order of the day, especially when it comes to the black man and what's going on around our way. You feel me? So the double standards will not be tolerated. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. And that's just what it is. You feel me? That's how it's going to be operated. Anything less will not be tolerated. You feel me? Moving right along. Let me say this also, because they starting to rev up with this Diddy trial. If you're paying attention, you see what's going on. Don't get distracted by this Diddy trial to the point where we lose sight of the Carmelo Anthony trial. Because in all honesty, even though they not public figures, that's a much more significant situation. You know what I'm saying? That situation is real live, and it's a reflection of what we deal with on a day-to-day basis. Diddy and the freak off, man, do what you gonna do with him. If you find him guilty, you know what I'm saying, do what you do with those that you find guilty. But if he able to somehow prove that he's quote-unquote not guilty, then you know what come with that. And money talk. So welcome to the world of capitalism. But do not, you already see his witnesses not coming, all of that. Oh, yeah, that's cool or not so cool or whatever. Do not get distracted and deterred from this Carmelo Anthony situation. Hands off Carmelo, hands off Carmelo's family. The judge, the black judge, had to hire more security, and the FBI had to step in on her behalf because of all of the death threats. Hashtag touch me and see what happens. Hands off our people. That's really though. You feel me? And speaking of our people, we live in an era where black masculinity is on the chopping block. So here we are on the world stage, and it's a whole showdown. How do we define and embody masculinity? You know what I'm saying? On one end, you got Trump and his folks, the Republican conservative folks. And then on the other end, you got these liberals who definitely ain't no better. If anything, they might be worse in their demonstration of manhood. And in between, you got us, black man, black woman, black child, you know what I'm saying? And those of us that's the pillar of our community, y'all know this ain't nothing new. This the same old agenda. These the same old canals they always are found being up to. You know what I mean? The way that they look at Ibrahim Traoré over there, you know what I mean, in the motherland, that's how they been looking at a lot of us. Why you think they just, you feel me, try to shut down the live stream a minute ago and mess with the numbers, and that's light. But on the up and up, on the heavy side, man, people done been to hell and back, jail and back. You feel me? Been down the road to prison, seen it all. You know what I'm saying? And when we was out here really engaging in ruffian activities, you know, hoodlum and hooligan politics and breaking laws, it ain't had nothing when we stood up and said we want to clean up the community. That's when the real trouble started. That's when the real alphabet boys come after you. When you out here, you talking about you got a pack for sale on these people's internet and on these people's apps, ain't nobody bothering you. But if you out here talking about, yeah, we mentor the youth, anti-recidivism, we're politically charged, we're involved in the education system, in the curriculum. We are there at the Board of Education. You know what I mean? When it's time to have these weekly and monthly meetings. You know what I mean? We interact with the chiefs of police in the different districts and whatnot, so that they know we wide awake and aware. You know what I mean? And if y'all supposed to protect and serve, then treat our community accordingly. You see what I'm saying? So those are us that's been, peace, family, peace, family. Shout out to everybody that's in the States and it, you know what I mean? People checking in from the Netherlands, all of that, Mexico, all of that. I appreciate the love, no doubt. Like, share, and subscribe, because we need to get this content, this message out. But yeah, man, let us not be deceived, because the way that they looking at Ibrahim Traore is the way that they look at all of us. You feel me? If you stand on business and you discipline and you organize and you mobilize, they coming for you. If they can't use you as a puppet, because what did that brother do? He overthrew a weaker regime that wasn't representing the people, rose to dominance, and is out here as a force to be reckoned with. They came for him. They didn't expect his people to rally and have an outcry the way that they did. Same way they do us. If it ain't nobody there to hear you scream, black man, you gonna get that MK Ultra treatment. Huey Newton, anybody? Huey P. Newton. If you know, you know. But if your community come out and they like, yo, not him, what y'all doing to him? They might back up. You see what I'm saying? And I'm speaking from experience. Living in the community, living in the inner city in Cleveland. So yeah, this ain't nothing new. It's just international politics. Whereas we dealing with it domestically, those are foreign affairs. And speaking of Ibrahim